Welcome back to another video, and this one's a little bit different. Today I'm doing a deep dive into the ULTRAHUMAN ring, how it compares to other wearables on the market, the battery life, and my favorite features about the ULTRAHUMAN ring that allow me to reach my full potential when it comes to my basic health. I'm a professional surfer and a personal trainer that is traveling basically all year round, so my recovery is extremely important to me. And I do have a discount code to save you 10%. It's UHL10. I'll put the details in the caption. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I want to share with you my honest, genuine thoughts on ULTRAHUMAN because I did purchase this ring myself, and shortly after I purchased it, my manager reached out and got me an affiliate code. So I am affiliated with them. However, this video is going to be an honest breakdown of how it functions, what I use it for, and why I support the company. The first thing that happens when you order an ULTRAHUMAN ring is you receive a sizing kit. I received my sizing kit, I think 3 days after ordering it, and then you wear the different sizes for a couple days to make sure that the size you're choosing is comfortable for your finger. Then you go back onto the website and you place your order with the size and color that you would like. The ring comes in raw titanium, aster black, matte gray, bionic gold, and space silver. And I have space silver. You're going to receive a charging cord, a base charger, and the ring itself. From there, you download the app and you sync your ring and you're good to go. Personally, I found this process super easy and super quick. I didn't have any trouble with the sizing kit, with the shipping, or with the setting up of the ring. A few comments and concerns that I've gotten regarding shipping is that, oh my gosh, this product is taking so long to get to my house. What's the deal? All of those comments have come from users based in the United States. ULTRAHUMAN ring manufactures their own product. So it's not built in China. It's not a third-party manufacturer. They manufacture their rings themselves in Bangalore, India. I think this is so cool. Because they're based in India is why sometimes shipping to the States can take a long time. However, they are selling on Amazon as well. My code works on Amazon too, so you can get next day delivery. Another update is that they now have a manufacturing warehouse in Texas. So all the shipments to the United States will be much more efficient very soon. They are starting to roll out product in that warehouse at this very moment. However, they're just making sure every ring that they're producing is up to their standard quality before they start mass producing. Now, what do I use the ULTRAHUMAN ring for? If you've seen my videos, you know I travel just about all year long. I'm a professional surfer and I'm a personal trainer, and I basically train like a bodybuilder. I'm not super intense, but I really, really love my gym time. And you can tell by just how scratched my ring is. That is another thing. If you would like to keep it protected, I recommend ordering silicone covers from Amazon. However, I don't really mind. You can't tell unless you look up really close on mine, but that's also why I chose the shiny one and not the matte one. But I wear mine all the time. I wear it surfing, I wear it in the gym, and I wear it sleeping. The features that I use the most is probably tracking my steps and my sleep. I also really appreciate the reminders in the app that tell me when it's time to go to bed and when I should start reducing my screen time. As a content creator, my screen time number is scary, and I really appreciate that. It kind of motivates me to get off my phone earlier and try to reduce my screen time so that I can then sleep better, because my only sleep metric that is never in the green is my heart rate drop. And that is typically due to eating late at night or looking at my screen for too long, and the ring knows when I've done that. So it's very good at tracking your habits and encouraging you to do things better to then recover better and overall have better scores. Those are my favorite factors. However, the ring does so much more. Speaking of, I have 3 notifications from it right now. Do I want to log my sun exposure time, view my HRV interpretation report, and it's also letting me know that my caffeine permissible window is active. So one thing that the ring does is tells you when it's most ideal to drink caffeine and when you should taper off caffeine in order to have the best night's sleep possible. I've been moving around the house and it's detected that activity, and now it's asking me if I want to log sun exposure. I was not outside, so I'm gonna X that out. Now here you'll see the caffeine permissible window. Mind you, these scores, they're not gonna be the greatest because I've just traveled. My ring really shows me how much traveling affects my body, and I also have to travel again in 2 days. So my stress and my recovery has not been the greatest. Then you have my dynamic recovery, and it says I've hit 4 out of 6 metrics within range. So we're yellow. We're not in the red, but we're also not in the green. Now I have a 75 dynamic recovery score, and you can see what it's been the past few days as well. You can see it's also detecting my skin temperature. my overall 7-day HRV, my sleep index, my stress rhythm. And I learned something cool about the stress rhythm that I'll get into after. I am gonna share my perspective on the ring. I'm not a tech reviewer, but I do find all this information extremely helpful. And once you are more educated about what each data point is representing, it can really unlock a lot more for you to be able to use the ring to its optimal potential. Next, we have sleep. You can see this is the best it's been in the last 7 days. I've had a crazy week. And you can see the only thing that needs attention there is my heart rate drop. That is typically from, like I said, eating too late or sitting on my phone for too long. It's got my time in bed, it's got my total amount of sleep, my amount of restorative sleep, temperature, restfulness, consistency, timing. It's got so much detail in here. And then you can also see the different sleep stages, how much REM sleep you got, different sleep cycles, how many tosses and turns. And then these white sections are where I was awake for, here it says 5 seconds. That was probably like a toss and a turn. I was having a horrible dream last night too, so that could be what that's from. And then you'll see the sleep cycles down here. And then my lowest heart rate variability, morning alertness. This is very crucial. I find myself a morning person. I'm very productive in the mornings. So my morning alertness and my stress rhythm in the morning is typically very high, which is a good thing. Then you can see my average skin temperature. So the sleep index is very detailed and super helpful. I definitely notice a difference when I am, let's say, misbehaving when it comes to my habits. Then you have sleep debt. So this is like overall, if you have a couple off nights like I did, you will have sleep debt that they'll want you to be making up. So here it's recommending my sleep time of when I should go to bed tonight and how much sleep I need, which it says 10 hours because your girl's good at sleeping. Then we have my movement score. I've just woken up, had coffee, been on my computer, and now I'm sitting filming this video. And overall, you can see my movement throughout the last week, some super high days with my step count and how many active calories I've burned. The timing, when you set up your ring, you're able to set goals, and one of those being activity minutes. So how many minutes of exercise you'd like to have each week or each day, active hours, workout frequency. The amount of data is endless. Next, we have the stress rhythm. A high stress rhythm in the morning is very common and actually good because in the morning you are more alert and that stress is essentially good stress. However, the stress rhythm means how much stress you've had. Like if it peaks in the morning, it's fine if it's a 96, but mine is red because that means it hasn't been dropping at night. You'd essentially like to see your stress rhythm be the same every day and it would be coming down before you go to bed at night so that your mind is not spinning and you're overthinking and you're stressed out at night. So I have not had very good wind down time. I'm leaving for another trip tomorrow. So life's a little hectic at the moment, which is why my stress is red. And right now it's at a 96 because it's the morning, which is fine. And then you can see how much time I'm relaxed, how much time I'm stressed for, stimulated, or activity. Another thing that I love about this ring that has helped me immensely is the cycle tracking. I am a person with an irregular period and I do have the implant in my arm for my birth control. This app gives me a ballpark of when I'm supposed to get it. And it tells me which phase of my cycle that I'm in. And I'm finding that so incredibly helpful because I can mentally look at which cycle I'm in and decipher which symptoms I'm gonna have or get ready to get my period. And it makes the bloating, the cramping, the moodiness, the emotions, it makes it all make a lot more sense. So I'm not so hard on myself of why I feel extra sad one day or extra sensitive. Being a woman is so fun. So yeah, here is all of the details that it gives you in terms of your cycle. And then we have some breath work and workouts actually included in the app, which is super cool. And then you've got individual markers, your heart rate. My cardio age is 19, baby. And then we've got the temperature deviation, VO2 max. And then here's your SMART goals. So like I said, when you set up the app, you're able to set goals. There are more plugins that you can pay for, but that brings me to my favorite feature about the ULTRAHUMAN ring, which is there is no subscription required for an ULTRAHUMAN ring. Now, that is ultimately what sets ULTRAHUMAN ring apart from all the other wearables. And here I've included some screenshots where you have what the ULTRAHUMAN ring includes compared to the Garmin watch, the Whoop strap, and the Oura ring. As you can see, the ULTRAHUMAN ring tracks your circadian rhythm and your temperature-based ovulation prediction. You have a caffeine window detection, and you also have AFib detection, which is incredible. So if you have an irregular heartbeat or anything like that, it could be the signs of a bigger heart problem, and it could end up just saving your life. You never know. Then you have your price range breakdown and your real-time metrics. So I've just screenshotted a few areas that I found on the website, comparing these wearables that I found helpful for me and what I like to track. But there's more. If you would like to dive into the website, I will link it below. And this video is getting extremely long, but I hope that you're enjoying this and you're getting a good breakdown of what the ULTRAHUMAN ring is really about. The last thing I want to touch on is the battery life. The battery is marketed to last 6 days, and this is true, but that is from 100% all the way down to 0. Now, it's recommended that you do not let your ring die. That is pretty much the worst thing you can do to a battery, is let it completely die. So I try to keep my battery always above 30%, and hovering around the 80 to 90% and fully charged is totally fine too. So I find myself charging my ring once every 3 to 4 days, I'd say. I would say the 6 days stands true. However, I don't recommend you wait until it dies to charge it. I recommend you keep it between 30 and 90%. Another reason why you should consider a smart ring is that the data is going to be much more accurate on your fingers than it is on your wrist. I used to have a Garmin watch and I ended up taking it off all the time because I'm filming content like this all the time for my job, and I found it like pretty ugly looking. And this is just so sleek, undetectable, goes with every outfit, and I never take my rings off. So I feel like it's perfect. This is also the lightest smart ring. I want to wrap up with ULTRAHUMAN and what is next for them. They're a very forward-thinking company, and I really admire that about them. They're striving for longevity in a person's health. That not only means let's track your data to make sure that the simple things that will make you healthy are getting done. They're also implementing things like ULTRAHUMAN Home, which is a smart home device, basically, that will monitor the air quality, the noise pollution, the light exposure in your house, and it can even detect if you have sleep apnea. If you are snoring, it will detect it, and then if you're also wearing a ring, it will be able to tell if you have sleep apnea. So they're really setting themselves apart from all these other wearables. At the end of the day, it is a health tracker, helping you focus on those small things like your sleep and your basic recovery that oftentimes most people overlook. They also have launched their ULTRAHUMAN Ring Rare, which is the first luxury smart ring to be released. It's currently only available in Paris and London in stores. Hopefully will be available in New York by come June 2025. And lastly, available online for everyone by the end of this year, 2025. Once again, here is my discount code, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for my surf trips, I guess. My surf trips and my surf trip info vlogs, very different than this video, but again, thank you for your support. Thank you for your support using my code. And yeah, happy data tracking.